What's up, guys? This is Jumanji1776. I go by Jimmy. I'm one of the mods at Option Goats Trading. Today is the swing recap of the week for May 3rd. And boy, oh boy, did we have some crazy stuff this week. So Monday happened, right? Tuesday, we completely fell apart, got stopped out of some positions. Wednesday, we reevaluated the damage. We saw what sectors we could make some money. Shout out to Sparks, one of our OG members, for the idea. Thursday, we opened another play, closed a couple, made some money there, day traded some SPY and Tesla calls and puts on both sides. We lost some money in some of the trades, but at the end of the week, we come out very green, just working our way to, keep up with the good trades. This week at the beginning was not looking very good. And then as the week went on, it got better and better. And then it turned out great. So here I am on a Friday afternoon in sunny Salt Lake City, Utah, and it is very windy. I'm not going outside. I'm excited to make this video. There were a lot of really good setups, maybe some missed opportunities, who knows? But the whole point of this video is to get you exposed, looking at different setups, different option strategies that we use. I threw down the butterfly this week, a bullish butterfly debit, and then I also had a credit spread on Teledoc that was super bearish that made some good money there, and then United Airlines. I'm just going to get into it, but first things first, here's our website, Option Goats Trading. If you want to join our server, just go to join now. Just know on the free membership, we're always going to have a free call out every now and then for the OG Prime membership, you get one-on-one mentorship, whether that's with me, another mod, you get the Prime chat, you get the daily watch list. We also have OG Education, a couple of teachable accounts, Q&A channel if you have any questions. I also go live in trading in the morning as much as I can. It could be for about an hour, sometimes 3 hours, sometimes the whole day. Depends on what I'm doing, but I love to be live. I love to help. So let's get started. So let's get out of this. Let's see, there we go. So first things first, out of this whole week, I wanna make sure I put the spotlight at the beginning for a couple of our scalpers, Corn and Spike. They are scalp trades. They've been doing the scalp levels for those that like to day trade. I personally don't do a lot of scalping. I do a lot of day trading myself. Sometimes I use the levels, sometimes I don't. But these are great levels to use if you're scalping. So, we had a lot of really good movers this week. Corn really had a really good day on the 4th of May, which was on Tuesday. Zoom had a $7 move, a lot of big downward motion. So a lot of these were downward motion because tech was coming down really hard. So those levels were really, really good. And then on Wednesday, he had Under Armour, Facebook, FedEx, and Crocs all had really good moves. Spike also had a really good move on NVIDIA. And then on Corn on yesterday, which would be Thursday, Tesla, $19 move, which was a huge bounce play. That was crazy. There's my own little SPY 0-day trade, which I'll go over here in a bit. Roku, $10 in 2 minutes, which is kind of crazy. That was from today. I think he caught that. So good job, Corn. Awesome scalp there. And then we also had a Square Tesla. And we did have a $17 move on Roku, $3 move on Square, and then a $5 move on Tesla. So a lot of really good stuff happening. We had Biden talking today, and then we also had Janet Yellen talking towards the end of the day too. So we tried to play some SPY puts and some SPY calls 0 days, and we got out for about break even. But we came out green. Most of every day we came out green except for Tuesday. Tuesday was a lot of risk management. We got stopped out of a couple positions. Do I regret it? No. If you're ever protecting your assets and you're protecting your money, you're never really going to have to worry about having money later as long as you're protecting your money, right? You control your money. You want to make sure that you're the one that believes in the play. You're the one that sets the stop loss. If you let it get really bad, you have nobody else but to blame but yourself. So, all right. So let's get started here on the swings. So this week on swings, what did we start out with? Let's see. So for this week, okay, yeah. So here is let's see, so let's zoom out here. Let's see, okay, so on Monday, we placed another UAL spread on United Airlines. United Airlines was looking really, really bullish at the beginning of this week. So let me make sure, what I'm gonna do also is I'm gonna pull up the chart because I think a couple of videos ago I did have the chart, and I think last time I did the video I did not pull up a chart, and I felt like I had my hands up and I wasn't sure what to do with them because I wasn't talking about the chart. But let's look at this. So on the 3rd, which was, let's see, here, we sold the 51.52 credit spreads for $180 premium collected, right? So here's the 52 and the 51. As long as UAL is above these by May 28th, I would collect a premium of 180. Yes, the max risk is 320, but we were in volatile times on the 3rd. We're moving big, and I wanted to profit off that big move downwards. So I sold put premium, right? 180 wasn't that bad. I could lose double that, but I really think with UAL is more intricated with the Dow Jones, of which is very, very strong. So I felt pretty safe that it was going to stay over the 52 level. By the end of the week, we did have a really good position going into UAL, which was today. Here it is. We're still holding it, right? We're still holding it throughout the week. The nice thing is that we are now $2.68 away from our leg. So we have Saturday and Sunday. We're just going to collect premium naturally. Isn't that great, right? We're just going to collect premium over the weekend. Monday morning, wherever UAL opens up, that's kind of where we're going to start. But we're going to have 2 days on our side, and we're just going to collect premium. Whoever bought that put debit spread is going to be losing a lot of money, since if he's going to be rolling it into into Monday. Which is good for me, right? Because I'm just going to eat that theta. So right now we're at a 25% profit, which is awesome. It's a $40 gain. We're looking for 180. If we can get $100, $110 by next week, if UAL keeps going, we'll just rinse and repeat. We'll get another credit spread. So, all right. So moving on. We grabbed SPY 413 puts on, let's see, on Tuesday. So let's see what happened there. See if I even have them. Oh, are these it? Yeah, these are it. Okay, so here's the 413 puts that I got, $55. And if you haven't watched one of my videos before, here at OG Trading, we cater to the people that don't have a big account. If you have a small account, we don't want you spending $500-600 on plays, right? We don't want you risking your whole portfolio. If you can spend $150 to make $50, that's 33% profit. If you can get really good and consistent, you can just keep building. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm not going in big plays. I'm not risking 30% of my portfolio to make an astronomical amount of money. I'm just wanting to be consistent. I just want to grow my portfolio. I see the setups, I see the risk, I know my stop losses, and I cut them when I need to. That's how that works, right? So anyways, so here's our SPY. This was our first day trade of the week, and I grabbed a 413 SPY put here. That we made $55 on. And then it looks like, let's see if I have another one. Oh, so for this 412 put that we had here, I got out of that actually at break even. Or no, I'm so sorry. That one I got out of break even, and then the Qs, I lost about $30 on that. So granted, I still made $25 off just the day trading on this day. What did I learn from it? I should have just left it on my first trade, right? So that was a lesson learned at the beginning of the week. We then opened an XLE. This was on Tuesday. When tech was dying, two big things were happening. A, energy, and B, financials were popping up. So we looked at XLE. And shout out to Sparks for pointing that out. If it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't have done the butterfly. But we came out really profitable with that XLE throughout the week. So let's look into it. So we bought the bullish butterfly. 528, the 52, 54, and 56. We bought 10 of them for 30 each, and we paid about 300 max profit. If it got to that expiration at 54, would be about $1,700 profit. So that came out pretty good. Today we actually exited out of that position, and let's see if I can get this to work. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we paid the 30, right? We paid the 30. And then we sold it for 43 times 10, so we made $130, right? So here's the profit and loss, right? So it just kept shooting up. It hit 54 today. I did not expect that to happen. Had I known that it was going to hit up that high so fast, I would have done it for next week or maybe even this week, right? Since it was on Tuesday. So that was really interesting. We grabbed that play. We made $130. Excuse me. And then at the end of this week on today, We spent $170, right? So we made 130 here. We spent 130 of it of our profits to roll it to the next strikes up. So instead of 52, 54, 56, we did 55, 56, 50, and 58, right? So let's pull up XLE real quick. This thing's a monster. I mean, you really can't go wrong. Right now, my middle leg is going to be the 50. Well, I have another weekly, but I have next week's XLE spread. But how about this? Let me just do this in order. So here's the XLE. We made $130 on that play. Awesome play there. At one point, this is what it looks like when you have it open on Thinkorswim, just FYI. It may be a little confusing, but I'm telling you, butterflies or any kind of strategy that you can learn that you'll have in your arsenal is pretty useful. We risked 300 and we knew that energy was going to keep going up, right? So we got out, made some money, and we rolled that spread, which was a great play. So let's keep going. Here's the Uber play. So this one did not turn out as well as I hoped. I went against my belief and made a call debit spread on the day of ER. If you've been in my chat, if you've talked to me, if you've ever anything with me, you know I am completely against gambling. I do not like gambling when it comes to trading stocks. If I'm buying anything the day before ER, I just can't remember the last time I did that. I went against my gut on this one, and I pulled up Uber and we tried to buy the dip right here. And for good reason too. Look how Uber has stayed in this range for such a long time. Even with this ER coming down, it pulled it back to its range. So it made sense. We have a lot of time. It's May 28th. We risked $65 and we're trying to make $85. Really, really simple, really easy call debit spread. Right now we're down about $40 on it. So we've lost almost 60% of our initial investment. But here's the other thing too. We didn't risk $200 or $300. I was willing to only risk $65 because it was an ER. It wasn't an ER play, but I was only willing to risk $65, and that's not a lot of money in my portfolio. This would also be just a very risky play. Had I gone back, I probably wouldn't have done it. The last time I probably bought anything before ER was probably 4 or 5 months ago. No joke. I am not a person to ever buy anything right before ER. You don't know what the ER is going to turn out to be. Why would you risk it? Why wouldn't you just wait until the next day to make the play? Had I waited, I would have made the same play, but at least it would have been cheaper. So then we bought the Peloton buy. We bought the put on Peloton the day it was getting all of the recalls on the day it was, all the recalls on the, let's see if I can find it. Here it is. So the bot called this out. This was actually a bot call, and it called out the Peloton puts. I came in kind of late in the game. It was 26 bucks, and at one point I was up 130%. I didn't exit because I was planning on just holding it until it got to 60. It didn't get to 60, and I ended up getting out at break even. Was that a good play? I gave a lot of members a lot of good taking profit points, which is my whole spiel. I want to make sure that our members are making money. And the first thing you have to do is just make sure that you protect your own money at the get-go. So this was a really good play. I didn't take profits here, but I do want to show that there is a way from the bot callouts that you can make money. So that was a good play. Kind of going back to XLE, this was the day after we entered it on XLE. Okay, so here is, hold on, did we? Let's see, make sure that we have this here. Oh, here it is, okay. Okay, so here's XLE, right? So here was the call out that we did for XLE for the butterfly spread when it was at like 50 and like 70 or 80 cents. The next day it completely rocketed, right? So that was the big thing with that butterfly, is that it came up to our lower wing really, really fast, which is great. We rolled it, we used the profits to roll into another spread, in which case we might be able to make a lot more money on that spread. So just want to show that was the move that happened after we entered it. That was a really good play, and so that came out really, really well. There was I grabbed 10 of the SPY 0-day 414 puts that were at 17 bucks a pop, so I spent about $170. It was a quick day trade. I made 60 bucks on it. So kind of going through, we've made some losses, right? We've made a lot of gains too. So far by Wednesday, we already made up for the losses that we had to stop because we had to cut Carnival and we also had to cut another Boeing spread. So the Boeing spread was a $60 loss, and then the CCL was also a $50 loss. We were down 110, which we made up already just by the SPY puts that we had here, and then also the SPY puts that we had, the other, the ones that I showed before. I think I deleted it, but I show we had SPY profits at the beginning of this week that look just like. Let's make sure I show them. That's the 60. Here it is, the 55 that we made right there, which was 30, right? Yeah, and I'm gonna keep going. So the day trades that that we had later on in the week, we had the SPY. That was the $60 that we had. So I signaled out to buy SPY puts at the 414 puts right there. The short entry was right here. We sold out right here. Had we held, it would have been a 160 all the way to a $700 profit. So yeah, we missed it. And I went against my belief that there's a gap underneath, and gaps usually fill. I didn't wait for the gap. For some reason, for a second, I thought I wasn't going to gap, but we got out with profits, and that's exactly what mattered. So, okay, so moving on with swing trades. Teladoc, that was a really good play that we had. That one was kind of inspired from the buy. I was already looking at it a couple of weeks ago. Today, for some reason, on the chart, it looked a lot better. So let's look at Teladoc for a second. This one, I opened a call bear spread. I sold premium kind of in the money. And what I wanted to do was, here's a drop that I had from ER. Pop, pop, came down. Here's the pop that I liked. This is the pop that I like. It came up, and then it started to come down. So I entered my credit spread here, right? I didn't want to risk a lot, so I sold premium for about $128, and then our max risk was going to be 122. It crossed over both my legs, and then down here I ended up collecting the full, or I ended up exiting out for 62 profit, which is about 50% profit, right? When you hear me say profit percentages, it's usually going to be 40 to 50%, because most of the time I do credit spreads. 15% to 50% are really good gainers. So we got down here, we collected the money, boom, really good trade, right? Had we held, we would have collected another 60, but it going up this high before expiration, I would have made a stop loss to prevent it from losing money, especially if you had already spent 2 days on that spread. You don't want to spend 2 or 3 days on a position and then end up having to get out red, right? That sucks. So you want to make sure when you see green, you want to take green sometimes. Okay, SPY grabbed the SE call for June 18th, 300 call for 280 throughout the week, and then Corn grabbed a couple positions here. Towards the end of the week, I made a C butterfly here, so let's pull up Citigroup. This one again, I bought it literally right here when it was about 74. It went up, and my bottom leg is the, my bottom leg is the 54, and it's already, oh wait, hold on a second. Here it is. Okay, C 75, 77, and 79 call butterfly. Zoom out for a second. So my mid leg is right up here. This is where I'm going to get max profit. I gave it all the way until May 21st, which is 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks from now, and Citigroup is already above my bottom leg. That's great, because as I stay in that range, I'm going to be collecting premium as the butterfly time goes on. And today is Friday. By Monday, I'm going to be collecting premium, especially since the financial and the energy sector are looking strong from this whole week. So that was a really good play. We're holding that one, right? We didn't get out. I ran another XLE spread for next week instead of 2 weeks from now because it's so bullish. This one was a lot cheaper. This one we spent $24, and the max profit we can make is $178. Why did I not spend $200 or $300 on this play? Because the expiration, because the expiration is 5/14. That only gives me 5 trading days to get to that level. I'm not going to spend $300 to give myself a week of time for a play to happen. If it goes wrong, it's very unlikely that it can get back to where it was before. Okay. So that's why I grabbed next week's, and I capped my risk at $24. Look how I did that. I didn't make a credit spread. I didn't make a debit spread. XLE sometimes stays in ranges, so the butterflies made a lot of sense for this play. $24 was cheap, right? 178. That's like almost 6 times as much as the rest. So that's a really good play that I really like. The XLE spread. So now this is from the old XLE that we had on Tuesday, and we rolled it to the 55, 56.50, and the 58. We spent 170, like I said before, and we rolled it to next week. We rolled it still for May 28th, so keeping the same expiration. If it hits the same mid-range like it did on the old one, we should be able to collect premium a lot faster, just because now the expiration's it's getting closer. So let's say, theoretically we were right here. The weekend goes by and we go from making 70 to 80, right? That may not seem like a lot, but you're naturally collecting premium. It's almost like a credit spread, right? So that was really cool to happen. In other news, though, Doge is going up. Today's Friday. Tomorrow's is going to be Saturday Night Live. Elon Musk is going to be on Saturday Night Live. They think that he might be, talking about Doge. FYI, I'm not a financial advisor. If you need financial help, make sure to contact your financial advisor. So the idea with Dogecoin is that before Saturday, it'll keep going all the way up until Saturday, and then when he goes on, that's kind of the idea of when Doge should come down, right? So I kind of threw it in. I made it a play. So if you want to count the $223 profit from Dogecoin, you can. Currently, I'm sitting, like if I pull up Robinhood right now, I might be still down, or excuse me, not down, but I might not be as much as I can. Oh no, I'm up $215 right now on Doge when I check it. So our initial investment was, let's see. So our initial investment, we paid, so 0.301314 times 601. So we paid about $181, so very, very low risk, and then we ended up doubling our money, okay? So that's really, really good. Doge right now is at 0.66. I believe the highest it's ever been is about 0.7. So we'll be watching that today and then later today. So that was a really good gainer. That's in my Robinhood. So the reason why I'm not counting that towards the swing trade is I'm most likely going to hold it forever. So I'm not going to count that towards my profit this week, but that is a play that we called out. That is a play that we got into. I did make money on Doge. I'm not a huge crypto trader, but I did see it coming back, looping back up from the lows. So I saw an opportunity, classic cup and handle, and I just made money. So here's the other SPY puts that we ran on, let's see, on 414. That one we made $60 on. There's the short. Oh yeah, we went over that. There's the short entry. Oh, this was on Tuesday when we saw that tech was getting hit. Or this might have been Wednesday when tech was getting hit the day after. Energy was coming up right there. Here is that entry again for Teladoc that we had, and the next day it came down. Tech was super bearish, so that really helped us in the long term. And then today we had, I called out a Tesla put. Tesla looked really good. So going back to what we made day trades, we were up about $40 for the week. This puts it at about 150 just for day trades, for swing trades, it comes out to about 200. So we made about 350, including all losses and not including the Dogecoin that we had on Monday. So that was really good. Our swings came out okay. Like I said, on Wednesday, I think we were at a net loss of about 300 because we were cutting Carnival and Boeing. By the end of the week, with a little help of a couple day trades and some swing trades that we had and the butterflies that we had, we were able to call it a green week, which is a great thing, right? Because I wasn't sure on Tuesday if we were going to get there. We see the opportunity and we cut the losses when we see them, right? So there's the Tesla put that we played, made a quick $110. That probably took like 5 seconds. There's the results on the Teladoc. And let's see here. Let's make sure that we're not missing anything. Oh, and then today. Okay, so actually we made a little over 300 on the day trades just by SPY and Tesla this week. But here's I grabbed 10 of these SPY 418 puts right at open today because I had a feeling it was going to fill the gap. I was wary that it might go up just because we were looking pretty bullish. I knew it was going to be an in and out play really fast. So I grabbed 10 of them and then we got out with $90 profit. Like I said, I'm not trying to make $5,000 in one trade. If I can make 50 to 100 bucks on every trade and be consistent, my portfolio is going to grow. For the past 6 weeks, it's been growing, right? So that's the SPY puts that we had. And I think that's about it. Okay, cool. So that's the recap that we had. So we had Doge, we had Teladoc, we had Tesla puts, we had SPY puts, we had scalp levels, we had the Bach held out a lot of really good stuff. In fact, I just made a a video on how the server uses the bot, and then also how to use the command. So if you have any questions on that, please DM me, because I want to make sure that you can utilize everything that comes with the server. It can be pretty intimidating when you have all of these channels to look at, but I assure you that once you can get familiar with a couple of them, you can get into a niche, get into a rhythm, and be able to options trade on your own. So, alrighty, so drum roll, please. This week's Hall of Fame goes to my guy, Nas, right here. At the beginning of today, at 2 hours after open, he noticed that there was a descending triangle here. He grabbed 118 put for next week's expiration on TSM. He found the entry right here. He was up 8%, 12%. He is not using stop loss in the right term, but that is okay. He made almost he made about 33% profit, and he did it on his own. That was not from a well, actually, let me double check. Let me make sure. Let me double check because I didn't check it. I'm a bad person. Let's make sure. Okay, I don't see it on there. So this was a trade that he did on his own. He called it out, called it like it is. He saw the setup. He called it out, and then he made $52 with that trade. Like I said, we have a lot of members that have small accounts. You're not going to see me dropping, $1,000 onto a play without being able to explain how you can make it a $10 play, right? The butterfly play I had was $30 each. You could have easily just bought one or two. I just wanted 10, right? So I try to bring it down so that way it's a little bit easier to understand. But yeah, congratulations, Nas, for making the weekly Hall of Fame. So Nas, you will be entered into the monthly $50 cash prize. So you and then 3 others that will be called out on the weekends will be thrown into the hat. We'll pull out your hat, pull out your name at the end of the month, and then you'll be and then you might win the $50 prize. So good job, Nas. Good trade there. Super proud of you, bud. Super thankful to have you as an OG Prime member. Other than that, we had a good trading week. There's more to come. Biden talked today, Yellen talked today. We got the weekend coming up. We got Elon on Saturday night. Doge is going crazy. There's a lot of stuff to go on. I'm really excited about next week. It's been 6 weeks now that we've started these swing trade recap videos, and we had 4 straight weeks of green. We had 1 week of red. This week was starting to look like red, and then it ended up green. So good job there if you followed the trades. Other than that, if you are interested in joining our Discord server, just Google Option Goats Trading, where options are endless. Go to join now, and that'll take you to the server. Other than that, enjoy your have a great weekend, and we will see you Monday.